Hey guys, welcome back to Latin Chopsticks. Thank you so much for tuning in this week. Today's video is going to be a very short video. I had originally planned to do a video on this amazing Japanese sushi restaurant that we found, but I don't know if you guys can hear it in the sound of my voice. I actually got sick for the first time in 2 years. First things first, we checked, it wasn't COVID, so it's just a regular cold. I'm guessing it's because of the change of weather. If like it's Florida, literally throughout the week it could be like in the high 70s and it's humid and it's hot, and then the next day it could be in the low 40s to high 40s, which is considered cold for us here in Floridians. So I'm thinking it might have been the change of weather. I'm usually very careful. It's the first time I've gotten sick in 2 years. But with that said, I figured the best thing we could do today is go to this pho place once again, that actually a couple of viewers, I believe, went ahead and recommended about 2 weeks or 3 weeks ago when we did the last Better Vietnamese restaurant in Orlando. And basically multiple people, I think one of them was like Maddie World Peace and the other one was like Eric, who was there with me at that restaurant. I happened to meet him. He's a fellow YouTuber and he's one of our viewers as well. And he went ahead and he recommended for us to go, him and his wife actually recommended for us to go to, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but it's called Pho Hoa. So we're gonna be going there. I'm actually not, I don't wanna eat inside because I'm still recovering. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just probably take it to go. And I don't know how good of a quality video this is gonna be this week. We're gonna try to do the whole review inside of the car. We're gonna take the SUV, so I'm actually gonna go on my own. So I'm gonna try my best to like kind of set up the camera in a way that I can show you guys the food, see the quality of the food, or we might eat like right outside of the restaurant, like on top of the car or something like that. But yeah, I appreciate you guys sticking with us. It's kind of funny. I wasn't gonna make a video this week, but then I remembered last week I literally had said in the video, wow, we haven't missed a week yet. And then I just happened to get sick. So I was like, oh, the irony. So we're gonna try our best to make this video and do it in the car, which I haven't done before, and see how it goes. So let's go to Pho Hoa, guys. Maybe have some nice hot pho, and hopefully that'll help me recover quicker. See you guys then. All right, guys, we're here. We made it. We went ahead and I ordered a really delicious looking pho. It has like it has flank steak, it has round beef, like round beef flank. I'm sorry, it has flank steak, round beef. It also has soft tripe and tripe, or soft tendon and tripe. My goodness. But this place looks amazing. I am so regretful that I can't sit inside. I mean, I probably could, but it just doesn't feel right, and it's not right. So I figured, you know what? Just order the food. I'll do my best to record it in the car. We also got a summer special roll combo. It brings 3 different rolls, sour meatball, shrimp roll, and I believe a pork roll. So we'll try those as well. And I got a honeydew shake just because I feel like that's gonna sit really well with me. So now we're just waiting. As soon as we finish waiting here, we'll head to the car and we'll start eating. See how good the food is. I mean, my sense of smell is still pretty sharp despite being sick, and it just smells freaking amazing in there. It is ridiculous. So definitely gonna come back. Even though we're doing this video, I'm gonna come back and I want to try this when I'm at 100%. All right, guys, we finally made it. Lighting's gonna be a little bit rough because it is pitch black outside and we're doing this in the car. But first things I want to show you is this honeydew shake. Ever since they handed it to me, I mean, the way it looks, look exactly like how green. This right here is quite interesting. This is a shake and it's a honeydew shake. It is lime green. We're gonna go ahead and try this out. Normally it brings boba. I didn't want boba this time, but it is extremely sweet. It is basically like a honeydew milkshake. With that said, this is the bag. The way they packed it up is you have the pho here, the broth. Then here you have basically the 3 different types of rolls divided into 2 bags. And then I think here's all the meats, the noodles and things like that I'm gonna put in the broth. We're gonna do that right now, as carefully as I can. They bagged all the sauces, the bean sprouts, the vegetables and stuff like that in here, which is the nice toppings that you can have. So first things first, I think the best thing we're gonna do is just have the different types of rolls first. We're gonna go ahead and try those out first and see how they go. Let's go ahead and get some chopsticks here. Let's go ahead and take these out, guys. Once again, I really appreciate you guys sticking by. First things first, let's go ahead and open this up and see how it is. All right, so these are the noodles. Let's go ahead and try to see if we can open them up there. Oh, they are smoking because of how hot they are. So that's awesome. This here, I guess, is the other toppings, which is all the meats and stuff like that. We got to put that inside of our broth. So actually, before we open this, let's go ahead and put everything inside of the broth. That way it starts heating up and cooking, and it's nice and ready to eat when we're done here. So normally the noodles go under, but I want to go ahead and put the meat and all those tripe and all the other toppings first. That way it starts cooking it before it cools down. All right, guys, first things first. First thing I want to check out is these rolls. So you have 3 different rolls. You have the sour meat, you have the pork, and the shrimp rolls. They gave us peanut sauce and fish sauce. We're gonna go ahead and try both and see how it tastes. Now, the one that I'm interested in the most is the sour roll, because I've never personally have had this. This looks really, really delicious. I'm gonna dip it, because it's a sour roll, I'm gonna dip it in some of the fish sauce because I really like the taste of the fish sauce. But go ahead and dip it right in there. That is really freaking good. You get the rice noodles in there, but you also have that very thin layer of meat because it's a very small piece, but it has such strong flavor. It literally carries it out throughout the entire bite. Now I gotta show you this because it's a lot of rice noodles, and even then, through the sauce, through everything, the meat just tastes so good and apparent. Oh my gosh. So check that out. It is stuffed in there, and that nice thin layer of meat is all we get, but it's such flavorful bite. We're gonna go ahead and dip it again on that fish sauce. And then, all right, we're gonna go ahead and take another bite. Oh my gosh, it was so good. They weren't joking. That's all I've had so far, but it is absolutely delicious. All right, the next thing we're gonna try is the roll to the right, which I think the roll to the right is the pork roll, but I'm not 100% sure. So let's go ahead and try it out. So this is the pork on the right here. Go ahead and carry that. Usually I would normally do this with chopsticks, but I dropped one of them, so I'm gonna have to get another one from inside later. But wow, that's a big piece of meat there. A little bit of that peanut sauce, just a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and try this piece out. Now I will say these freaking rolls are huge. Usually they're a little bit smaller when I'm used to them, but this is freaking stuffed. It's almost about to, actually it's really compact too. It's like really packed together really well. I'm impressed. Oh, that is so freaking good. That is pork, but in the middle, there's like a fried, like, it literally looks like the egg roll dough, just rolled up very thinly and kind of stuck in the middle, and it adds so many different textures because you're getting the cabbage and the carrots, which are nice and crunchy. You're getting that piece in the middle that's also crunchy, and then you get this giant, delicious, creamy piece or fatty piece of pork, and it is so good. It comes together so well. Oh my God, because the carrots themselves are pickled, and it's actually cutting through the fat of the pork, and it's just really freaking delicious. Look at that. It is stuffed, and then you have that nice piece of crunch in there. Oh my God, it all comes together so well. Let's go ahead and dip it again, a little bit more this time. Take a nice big bite. It is so freaking delicious. I'm sorry, everybody's walking by through their car. It's a small parking lot. It is packed. There's no spots. And I happened to get lucky. When I first arrived, I was actually gonna park on the grass, and I'm not joking. As soon as I was like getting ready to like park and turn off the car, a tow truck just drove by, and I was like, because I figured I'm just gonna order to go. I'm gonna be in the car, they're not gonna take it, but the tow truck was nice and ready. So I went in, I parked somewhere else, and like I went to move, and actually somebody was coming out of the restaurant, and I was able to park normally. I went inside. When I came back out, the tow truck was pulling a car, somebody else's car. I hope they get their car back, man. That sucks. But so everybody's walking by looking at me, or they stop right in front of me because the lights are on in the car, and they're like, oh, are you gonna leave? Are you not? All right, guys, we're down to the last roll, which is the shrimp roll. This is the one that I normally have in all the Vietnamese places I go to. I do like to have the peanut sauce with this one. It was delicious with the other one, and I'm sure it'd be delicious with the first one, but this is the one that I'm used to. This is actually, eating this roll was my introduction to eating peanut sauce. So if you look here, I like this peanut sauce because it's really thick and creamy. So there you go. It is nice and freaking stuffed like all the other ones, and it is massive. So let's go ahead and have it. Can't wait. Personally, it's good. I really like it, but anybody that's had the shrimp roll, like the shrimp, the rice roll, it's really simple. And that might be my opinion, but in all the places I've gone, they're usually really good because you get the bite of freshness and then the really good oomph of the shrimp, like that shrimp taste. That's just, I love shrimp. But if it wasn't for the sauce, it'd be extremely simple for me. Especially after having the other two rolls that are so full of flavor and so detailed on the bites and the textures and the different things in there. This one kind of comes through as simple for me. It does not mean it's bad, because in all honesty, in all the restaurants I've been to, I enjoy it. It's just simple compared to the other two. And to be honest with you, I just feel like the other two are so delicious that it just stands above the shrimp. That's why I left it for last, because I've already tasted it before and I really wanted to try out the other two and see how it goes. But let's go ahead and have a little bit more of this honeydew. Wow, that's really good, man. I've never had a honeydew milkshake before. I've had homemade honeydew, but wow, that's really good. All right, so now we gotta try our best to do this. I'm gonna have to get out of the car and get another chopstick, so I'll be right back. All right, guys, we just got back and I just got 2 new pairs. I put the meat in here to cook and start melting down because it's just nice big chunks of meat. I didn't put the noodles in here because it's gonna overflow. I mean, the bowls in this place are huge, and you have 3 different sizes. Their smalls are already pretty big. Then they have a large, and then they have an extra large if you're like really hungry. I'll show you guys the rice noodles. I mean, I might pour a little bit in there so we could try it out with the broth, but I'm gonna eat a little bit and drink a little bit after I show you guys before we put some, because I don't want it to overflow since we're in the car. I really wish I could have stayed in the restaurant, man, because it was really nice atmosphere in there. And this is burning my hand right now because it is so freaking hot. So this is the broth right now. It is so freaking hot. The meat that they gave us was raw, but now it's pretty much fully cooked by the time we finished eating the rolls. It's all breaking apart. You have the tripe, and then in the bottom here, because it all kind of sunk, you have the soft pieces of, I believe, of tendon. So, oh my goodness, this looks so freaking good. I don't know if you guys can see the steam on the iPhone or on the camera, but it is just delicious looking. There's a car waiting for us, like we're gonna get out. All right, so let's try a piece of this meat here with some of the tripe. Oh wow, that tastes really freaking good. Let's go ahead and try this out. Unfortunately, they didn't give me a spoon, so I have to drink it like this, but wow, that broth. Wow, man, Eric, no wonder you recommended this place. You too, Maddie World Peace, man. This is so good. It's so flavorful. Now, it could be the sick me talking. Soup always hits the right spots. Multiple videos I've done, I've told you guys it's like recovery food for me. But the freaking broth is so full of flavor. I'm getting, like when I'm sipping it, I'm getting the pieces of the green onion coming in. So you have that crunchiness from the green onion. Then you have the heat from the broth, and I'm talking temperature wise, not spicy. Then you have a little bit of the fattiness from the meat that's kind of basically melted into the broth itself. Kind of elevate the flavor just a little bit. Oh my goodness gracious, man, this is delicious. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of the rice noodles in here and kind of mix it a little bit and take a bite, and then we'll see how that is together, man, because that's, oh my God, I'm really impressed. I definitely have to come back here with my wife when I'm no longer sick at all. So unfortunately, because the rice noodles, I didn't put them in right away, they're kind of sticking together and drying out. So I'm gonna try my best to break apart a little bit, because as you guys saw, this is gonna be almost impossible. I'm gonna mix it in a little bit. Okay, good. As soon as I put it in here, it kind of broke apart. but they're pretty much stuck together. So I got a little bit of the rice noodles, I got a little bit of the rice noodles in there, and we're gonna try it out with the meat and see how good of a bite this is. But unfortunately, as you guys can see here, they're kind of sticking together because they're kind of sitting there. I'm really supposed to put all of them in there, but if I do, it's so full that it's just gonna overflow, and that's not something I want. But the most important thing, let's go ahead and try it all together. Oh my God, it is so flavorful. I'm so impressed with this. And the thing is, they had, I'm not joking, the menu went from like 19 all the way to like 49. And that's how much each one of those numbers is, like a different combination of meats that you can have with this. I got like one of the ones that brings like the most mix, and it's called the adventure type of pho, the adventurer's pho. But that's because I've already have like a little bit of experience with pho. But if you want something more simple, you could just get it with flank steak, with brisket. You don't have to do all this crazy, you know, for some people, this might be like some crazy toppings and like proteins in here. I'm gonna see if I can fit. All right, sweet, I can fit the rest of the noodles in there now without it overflowing. Oh, but it's getting really close. All right, normally all this comes together and packed and ready to go. But of course, because I got it to go, they put it all nice and separate for you, so it doesn't, you know, so it doesn't absorb all of the broth and you have like a really dried out noodle, or like a really dried out pho. So they want you to have everything as fresh as possible. And they literally give you the soup freaking boiling. So you get to take it home boiling. But let's go ahead and try this. Man, it's only been in there a couple seconds and it's already taken in so much flavor from that broth. Oh my gosh, guys. Man, I wish I could have done this a little bit better. I really appreciate you guys. I kind of wanted to go out of my way to do the video anyway. You guys have to check this place out as well. I know we already have like 3 pho videos, but I'm telling you, each one of them is really good. I will have to say that how amazing this tastes, despite me being a little bit sick. You know, I'm on the way of recovery, but being able to actually taste all those flavors, I can guarantee this is gonna be one of the best ones, if not the best one that I've been to. With that said though, I'm definitely gonna come back. We'll do a better video on it in the future, maybe who knows, 6 months from now, a year from now, when I'm fully recovered and you know, I've forgotten about this, and we come back and try it one more time and, you know, try it the right way, and see how it is. But for right now, I would definitely 100% agree with Eric and Maddie and say that this is definitely a place you got to come and visit if you love Vietnamese food and Vietnamese pho. The place inside's really nice. It's actually located right next to another place that we're going to do a video on in the future, which is called 7 Bites, which is a delicious like breakfast mixed with like cookies and snacks and bakery type mix. But I have to show you guys, they were actually featured on the Food Network as well, and it's a really awesome place because they're an individual place when you come and visit Orlando, and this place is literally right next door to them. So remember, Pho Hoa, you guys saw it in the beginning of the video. As always, it's going to be down in the comment section or in the descriptions below on where it is, the address and things like that, because this is definitely a place you guys have to come and visit. I came here at night. I can't imagine how nice it would be to come in through the day, but even at night right now, it's just so nice. It hits so nice. The atmosphere is nice when you walk in there. They have an aquarium, but definitely come and visit this place. Try to get more things from the menu. Tell me what you guys normally get, Maddie and Eric, when you guys come here. What type of pho do you guys normally get? What type of drinks, if you guys get any drinks, what type of appetizers, and what your favorite food here is. I mean, the pho that I had is absolutely out of this world. It is delicious. I really wish I could have had it nice and hot inside, like with the bowl all together and assembled. Made it so much easier, but I'm really happy the way it was, and I built it myself, so I can't even imagine how delicious and convenient it is when you go inside. With that said, thank you so much for tuning in this week. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this, or try to finish this because it's a lot. Enjoy my Honeydew Shake, and I guess head home. And you know, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate all the comments. I appreciate all the new subscribers that we're getting, because we're slowly growing every week now, and it's awesome. We're actually starting to get close to 200, and I'm super excited. I haven't thought of what we're gonna do when we hit 200, but you know, we'll get there. And when we get there, I'll think of something. But guys, thank you again for the millionth time. No matter how many times I say it, it's never enough. I'll see you guys next Sunday, and until then, let's just keep on eating. Oh, can't wait.